Scat Man.
Oh boy,
We
here we go.
here.
We back again. I can tell you that much. And look like Sienna lost their coach. I can tell you that much.
Let's go, baby. He coming home, man. He coming home.
As a Siena alumni who knows, I've been around this trend, man. They come to Siena, you know what I'm saying, and do well, use us as a stepping stone to further their careers, you know. That's all it's been. It's been countless coaches that has stepped foot in Siena, made it to the tournament, and then they just took off on us. We're not a place where people stay for a long period of time, man. But
hey, man,
I
saw that play coming from a mile away. As soon as they fired Adrian Griffin, as soon as they fired him, I knew it was over. You know what I mean? And Jerry McNamara is doing well over there in Siena. They played Duke, played them down to the wire, man. You know, he only played like 5 people, but like literally, but
literally played 5. You know what? No, he played 6. 4 people in the starting lineup played 40 minutes, and the 5th one played 39 minutes and 50 seconds. So somebody got 50 minutes of ticking up there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going in that game.
No, I'm not coming out.
Okay. He'd be like, yo, come on. I'm like,
I'm not coming out, man. Go ahead. I got this one, coach.
Oh,
yeah, man. But yeah, like I said, man, these is that's a position I think he had to take that coaching job. Like that's
it. Come back home, you know what I mean? Part of that, the school's only national championship, big part of it. He's a big name, and they was looking for another name to take over since Jim Boeheim left. And I think hopefully he does well, bring Syracuse back to national prominence, because they've been kind of missing for a long time now. And that's
it's a different beast now that you're in the ACC.
Yeah, they've been in the ACC for a few years now. But I don't know. I know it's all the way in upstate New York, man, but that's still a destination, man. That's a big ass place to play at, man. The Caribbean,
full of history.
Yeah, full of history.
Full of history.
Full of history, man.
I played in that arena, man, and one thing about like I think I told you this before, so like we played Syracuse up there and their home during the winter break, and there was still 20,000 fans.
Yeah, man.
Like half of the arena was closed off, and it still was 20,000. Like, so, when Syracuse is rocking and they got a good team behind them, they pack that place out. It's definitely a great place to play.
But I mean, that's a small part of it all, man. We got the whole tournament to speak on as a whole, man. We got the Sweet 16 part of it all.
Well, hold up. Let's get to the real question here. Does Cayenne Anthony stay?
Yeah,
of course. Where he going?
Because he's a little disgruntled, because he didn't get a lot of playing time.
Won't be no more. His uncle coaching
pretty
now.
Much. You know what I mean? He ain't going nowhere. But McNamara gonna talk to Melo, like, yo, bro, he good. Don't worry about it. I got him.
McNamara spoke to him after that game when he got benched. He's like, don't worry about it. I'll be the next.
I got this. I don't know what that nigga was doing. I got it.
Said it just like that.
He said it just like that, and Melo respected it. Nah, Cayenne ain't going to. I would be thoroughly surprised if he went anywhere. So, but
I'm actually eager to see that. Because I think his jump that he makes is strength. Right, he's already tall. He's a scorer. I want to see it and I think he don't have to take that one and done approach. Like, he knows he needs to get better, but he highly skilled. I want to see him get stronger.
Shit, he don't want to come out in this draft. This draft is looking damn near generational. So he might want to go ahead and let these niggas go. and then see what he got either next year or the year after.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, but we, like you said, Stu, we made it to the Sweet 16. But before we go there, you know what I mean? Let's let the audience know what we're doing here. This is Off the Parkway podcast. I'm your host, James. We got Jamal. We got Big Sue here. You know what I mean? We're back again for another episode. If you like this type of content, hit that like button, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family, whatever your socials is your home base, click on that. You know what I'm saying? And how y'all fellas doing?
Good, man. Good, man. Ramadan's over now. I know we kind of been through the podcast step by step. We made it through to the end of Ramadan, so alhamdulillah for that. Shout out to everybody. Hope everybody fast was accepted. But yeah, we feeling good, man. Now it's time to you know
The end of adversity.
wait, what's some adversity? It was some long days, but yeah, man. I mean, this is definitely feeling good. Um, eager to see how we actually do this podcast in the spring and the summer. I'm sure that's gonna bring about some new things, maybe a new venue. Who knows where we may be at? Like, so yeah, I'm looking forward to stuff, man.
Yeah, man, I'm doing good. Can't I'm just waiting for this weather just to stick with one damn thing, man, and stay. Let's bring in the
Yeah.
spring, man. Let's bring it in. They're teasing us with these good weather days, and then rain hit and make it and bring it back down, and but everything good. Can't call it, man. Just let's get things going.
Yeah, all is well on my end, man. I just want to shout out NJ Hoop Recruit for collabing with us on some posts. You
Shout
know what I
out,
mean?
shout out.
They've been doing big things, and they just had their event for the high school players. So shout out to them for keep it going with the high school community. Also, shout out to Eric Murdoch. You know what I mean? Retired NBA player. You know what I mean? Gave us a follow and everything like that. So, you know what I mean? We branching out a little bit. You know what I mean? I just want to shout out, good people who are tuning in to what we're doing. And we're getting a lot of new people that are tuning in and enjoying the content, man. The comment section on TikTok and on IG now is kind of crazy. So we're actually going in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? So where we at? So where we at? Sweet 16?
Yeah, man.
Sweet 16.
We got the tournament so far. March Madness never fails to disappoint, man. You know what I mean? It's been some buzzer beaters, some upsets. When you look at the teams that's left, you don't have that Cinderella that's in there like you have like that's mid-major team that's here. Everybody that's in the Sweet 16 is from a power conference. Despite a record or anything like that, they're still from a power conference. So I mean, at this point, it's not about somebody just sneaking in. I mean, everybody kind of know who they are. I mean, Iowa, I can't even say that they're traditionally they've had years where they've been good and ranked. So yeah, man, this is we're getting a pretty good tournament so far, man. And now we got you know a good crop of teams that's left, and it's gonna be interesting to see who goes to the end, man.
Well, yeah, safe to say that Iowa was kind of a David and Goliath type of thing, though, even though they were a ninth seed. I mean, Florida was projected to whoop their ass personally,
Yeah.
but they came out and played physical and they got that dub, man. And they look good. They look good.
I think listen, no more these teams who like even like take like a Siena like when they play Duke. These teams who's supposed to be getting beat, they're not afraid of these guys, man.
Right, right, right.
I think everybody trusts their training, right? You trust the fact that you put in enough work, you trust your team camaraderie and all that stuff, that you feel as though you can go in there and beat some of these guys. And one thing I know, I played at a mid major, right? It's certain small details that mid majors and lower schools follow that these big time schools, like even if you look at it, big time schools don't box out. They go rebound. Like they're bigger than you. They're more athletic. Them small little details that like stuff like that, like trying to hold the team under 40% shooting. Like mid majors have to do stuff like that in order to win, and they have to do it consistently. Whereas these other teams can, Duke, Arizona can try to just outman you and try to have more talent, be bigger and stronger. So these mid majors are no longer, or teams that's lower seeds are no longer afraid of any seed. You can get upset any night, and it's not even an upset to them. They think they can win.
Hey man, mid majors ain't what they used to be though, too. You know what I
No,
mean? So like they gotta be respected.
no,
They can't really. What I like about, especially in the tournament, man, they introduce you to some people that you just didn't see throughout the year. That little point guard from High Point, him and Darius was going at it.
he was
Yes, they
Hey
going
man,
were.
right.
he was
He
going
looked like
right
he was
at his,
alone.
and he was scoring on him. Like now,
Yeah,
Yes,
granted,
he was.
Darius went right back at him, and he showed why why he might damn near be the player of the year when it's all said and done.
yeah.
But like it
He
was,
played. Yeah, I think so.
yeah. You know, what I mean, you kind of see some of these guys who've been killing it in the mid-major level and putting up numbers and just didn't have the eyes on them like some of these bigger, these the blue bloods and some of the bigger colleges had. So, it's cool with that, or whatever. So, I mean, now you got Sweet 16, and shoot, I don't know if we want to make a prediction or wait to Final Four or something like that, but I mean, any
The
team in particular y'all looking at to say, all right, this is a team that can, do something?
I'm
Well, you know what?
yeah,
I'll
go
do
ahead,
it
go
like
ahead.
this. I'll run through the teams real quick. You know what I mean? Because I got the schedule here. I'll run through the teams real quick. We just speak on it real quick and we keep it moving.
Mhm.
Thursday, first game is Texas versus Purdue.
You got Purdue.
I got Purdue on this.
I got Purdue on that one because you know why? Because my reason is because guards. I like guards. In the tournament and that point guard that Purdue has. I mean, he's like almost like an All American. Pretty steady. He's a great college point guard, and I think that he can kind of lead that team. He don't have a lot of turnovers, so I'm going with them.
I'll take that back. I'm gonna go Texas.
Hmm.
Hmm. Okay. Next game, Iowa versus Nebraska. I'm gonna take Iowa.
I got Nebraska.
I got Nebraska.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Uh, I got to take Iowa because I think they feel themselves. I think they're gonna come out smoking.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Nebraska on that one.
Hmm.
Next game is the big game: Arizona versus Arkansas.
I got
I'm not.
Arizona.
I'm Ooh,
I think they listen. That's tough, right? But
yeah,
I do want to see Berries versus A Cup.
Uh-huh.
I think that's gonna be tough. I think all around, Arizona got a lot. Like they can come at you with
Yeah.
ways, but I honestly don't want to bet against against A Cup. But I think I'm gonna go with Arizona. That's gonna be a good one though.
I'm gonna take Arkansas. Then.
Hmm.
I'm gonna take
Yeah, I
Arkansas.
got Arizona. I think they got a little bit more experience, and like I think High Point actually kind of exposed some stuff with Arkansas. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So I think Coach Calipari, he's always susceptible to
Susceptible.
being outcoached. Because he's a really good coach, but he's been outcoached a couple times in the tournament, which is why he only with all these great players he's had throughout the years, he only got what? How many chips he got? One? Uh,
yeah. I think Yeah,
Well,
no.
what Ed Davis and them?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the only one he got.
Uh,
Hold
He
up.
been he been there a couple times, but like
Ed Davis the only one that got one.
I'm trying to really remember.
Let me see.
Who was that with you? Was
No,
he
he
with
only won one.
Yeah, he only got one.
He only got one. 2012.
Yeah.
Kentucky?
He's been to plenty Final Fours, all that stuff, made deep runs in it, but he sometimes he get there and he just gets out coached. You know what I mean? So he's can be exposed at times. And
Mhm.
I think this year is gonna be the same type of story, man. So I got Arkansas catching that L and Arizona winning.
Mm, yeah,
Mm.
I'm definitely going Arizona.
I'm gonna have to take the under. Then I'm gonna take Arkansas. Then I'm gonna believe in that guard play. So the next game will be Illinois versus Houston.
I tell you one thing.
I got Illinois.
I'm going Illinois in that, and young Page out here dunking on people. Listen,
He talking shit.
but that, but so I don't know if you noticed Illinois. They're a big team.
Yeah, they are.
They're big and can move they're. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Illinois on that one.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah,
like Houston because I like the young guard,
Fleming.
Flemings,
Yeah,
and Sharp as well over there. But I do think that Illinois'
But
point guard
beware
is really
of the winner of this game, though, because if Houston wins, like whoever can win this game can quite possibly win it all. Like them two matching up early, you know what I mean? I
yeah
would love for that to be a matchup in the Final Four. Because
yeah.
them Houston teams play hard.
yeah.
Sampson, he be having his teams overly prepared.
Mhm.
And all his teams like rough, rugged dudes. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's gonna be a good game.
I'm gonna go with Illinois too because Houston they don't put up a lot of points though. You know what I mean? In Illinois, they got it going on. So
Mm.
I'm definitely gonna have to go
They
with
slow
Young
the
Page.
game down,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
So Friday's game, St. John's versus Duke.
I got St. John's.
Yeah. Who's the audience that this is gonna be aired to? Because I don't need to be held accountable for me going for St. John's.
Mm,
Yo, listen, this what I like. They they are a bunch of freaking dogs, and Cam Boozer might be neutralized because Okafor that what's his name? He's a dog. He's strong. He don't back down, and they go to him. Like they also like I don't like Caden Boozer as a primary decision maker for us.
mm,
One, he's not even that because we put the ball in the other Boozer brother hand and let him be a point forward.
mhm,
Yeah.
Um, but he's also not a great shooter either, right? Like we had the other guy who got hurt. That would be I would choose us then. We can kind of be firing at all cylinders. I think in order for us to beat them, we're going to have to knock down a decent amount of threes. Well, Evans gonna have to knock down like a bunch of threes, um, and Cam is gonna have to play lights out. Well, which I'm looking at, Cam really can't score when you look at it. Like down low, like he really don't have that many moves. Like and I think he's gonna be another one of them dudes who they say like Duke dudes don't be good in the league.
mhm.
Like I think I disagree with that statement sometimes, but some players it's true. He's gonna be one of those guys because I don't see him having any moves unless he just becomes a good jump shooter. But if I'm a betting person, I'm going
Mm,
St. John's.
It's one thing that that I'm having
mm.
as I'm picking these teams, these games, and I keep going back to coaching. And Rick Pitino is going to give Shia a coaching lesson, I think. And
Mm.
I think he's just like you said, he's gonna neutralize some of their stuff. And Duke has some injuries. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're not full strength, so I
Right.
think I think Rick gonna have his team very prepared and his team we know his teams play super freaking hard, man. And St. John's, that's another team, man, to look out for if they, a winner out of that bracket. That's another team to look out for, man, because well, we can talk about the next team, but like, you know, they they got some success against, their next possible matchup. So yeah, but I got St.
mm.
John's.
Yeah, I'm gonna take St. John's on that too. Next game is Alabama versus Michigan. I'm taking Michigan, of course.
Michigan seems like they're gonna have the easiest. Michigan seems like they
Yeah.
so far they had like an easy road, but
Hmm.
however, I like Phylon. Like he's really good. Oh no, wait. Oh boy's not playing though. Holloway, right? Is he still out? Because remember he got arrested for the weed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
yeah,
gotta go. Yeah,
yeah,
so I gotta go Michigan. That's
yeah.
that's a
That's a
major
big mi
that's a major that's 16,
Yeah,
17
you
points
can't
that they
come to
don't
that
have.
game not
Yeah.
full
Nah.
strength. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was thinking just to throw a little upset in there, but
Mm.
nah, damn.
Phylon is gonna do what he do. He's clearly one of the better guards. Only reason I think he's not is crazy in today's world. Like he's not talked about. One, he's a lottery pick, I believe, but he's not talked about like everyone else. It's because he's a sophomore.
Mhm.
It's crazy because his numbers are a little lower than A Cup when you think about it. Like his assist to turnover ratio,
Mhm.
the amount of percentage of the offense that he's responsible for. Um, but he's a sophomore, but he's
Mhm.
definitely going to be a really good NBA scorer, I think.
Right, right.
Right. Next game is Michigan State versus UConn.
That's gonna be
That's gonna be a tough one.
a game.
Yeah, but I don't want to see it. I don't think I don't think it's like that ain't the star power of it, even though old boy Carl will dunk on everybody out there.
It's going
Yes, he
But
will. He
that's
definitely
gonna be a mosh pit. That's what that
will.
game gonna be. That's gonna be a
yeah,
like and then who if St. John's beat Duke, they you know they gonna place the matchup of that, and that's gonna be another one
well,
right there.
if they play UConn, they already think they could they beat
They
them.
beat them twice already.
That's
Twice.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's hard to
it's
beat
tough to beat
somebody
a team.
3 times in a year, but
Yeah,
they going in there with confidence. But I think I'm gonna take Michigan State.
hmm.
Mm.
I think UConn has a little bit more talent, but I just think I don't know, Michigan State, man, they always just tournament ready, man.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
is UConn, so I'm not it's not like I'm saying this,
Yeah, they won it. Yeah,
but I'm just gonna go. It's a gut feeling. I'm gonna go Michigan State.
yeah. I don't like how UConn kinda came off the Big East tournament. I ain't
Mhm,
like that I ain't like that
mhm.
loss. And I think when you get battle tested again, you may still have some of that knockout, feeling in you.
I like
So,
that
yeah,
coaching
Imma
matchup
go
though with
yeah, yeah,
Danny and
listen,
Mhm.
we need to
That's
give Izzo his props,
yeah,
man. Like you said, he always have his teams could be not ranked at the end of the year.
yeah.
When they get in the
yeah,
tournament, oh, it's a run coming.
always.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we gotta give we definitely need to give some credit to his coaching, and the way he have his boys ready
I think
year in, year out.
his losses always come down to his teams aren't the most talented,
Yeah. Yep.
but they just play so freaking
Yeah.
hard, and he always got some freaking athletic freaking bulldozer RoboCop dude. That dude Carr, boy, oh my god.
Yep. He legit.
I
Where he
wonder
be
why
finding these niggas from, man?
I'm wondering why the 5 stars don't go there.
Well, I mean, I think
Like the 5-star point guard. Like what big name point guards
you're
have
a
they
point
had
guard.
recently
You
besides
if you're a five-star point guard, you wanna play for Tom Izzo?
why, too tough on you?
Unless you Mateen Cleaves, rah-rah, just wanna do it, but if you Darius Acuff, you wanna go play you wanna go play for him? You know,
Hell
like,
no.
He went somewhere else because he didn't go play for him.
yeah,
He from there.
so I just think that, certain coaches is better for you depending on what type of player you are, you know what I mean? And, like,
Mhm.
if you're kinda rough and tumble type of guy, get it out the mud type of guy, you wanna go play for Izzo, you know what I mean? If you that flashy boogie type, you might wanna go play for Cal, you know what I mean? You might wanna go play for Shia, but, yeah, man, I don't know, you know what I mean? But
Mm.
yeah, they don't get it, but the people he get, he know how to get the most out of them.
Yeah, they run through a wall for
Yeah,
him.
yeah. And he been there for a long time. He like one of the last ones left, you know what I mean, from that
Yeah,
old era,
yeah.
you know what I mean, because
I thought he would have been gone too with the
Coach
new
K
NIL.
left.
I'd have thought,
Him and Patino, the last ones
yeah.
left, and I guess you could
Mm.
throw Kyle in there, but Kyle just looks so much younger than them, but he was coaching since back then as well, you know what I mean, so, yeah, it's a couple of them left.
Yeah, Cali young?
He just looked younger than
Nah,
them.
nah. He just
Yeah.
look young. He act young. That's the problem. He can relate to the players, so
This
that's why you know.
yeah. This might be one
See,
of the first years that Cal is not the star of the team.
Mm,
in a while.
Yeah.
mhm,
Like Acuff is clearly the star.
yeah,
And the other teams, no matter what, they have good teams. Cal is the star.
yeah, man.
Next game, Tennessee versus Iowa State.
I ain't gonna waste too much time on that one. I got
Mm.
honestly, I give Tennessee a shot though. You know what I mean? Like Bruce. Again, I keep going with these coaches, man. Like I keep going with the coaching. You know what I mean? Bruce Pearl, man. Like I don't know. I mean, he tournament savvy coach, man. And like I'll go with Tennessee.
Mm.
I'm gonna go Iowa State. I like their team. I like the guards. I think when they're clicking on all cylinders, because one they definitely hit a lot of shots they shoot and make a decent amount of threes. I like Amit. What's his name? Amit.
Mm-hmm. Nate,
I, I
Yeah.
do.
Nate.
I,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I do like him too.
Lottery,
But to pick
big
definitely lottery
guard.
pick 6'10", right? Something
Mm-hmm.
like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to bring Reebok back too. Shaq signed him.
Yeah.
I don't know how successful that's gonna be.
Hey, if you got niggas signing with Skechers and trying to bring new, like, why can't you bring Reebok back?
You're
You
right.
know what I mean?
You're
Shit.
right. I might have to look into some Skechers basketball sneakers and see
Yeah,
what's
some
hitting
of that
for.
shit might be
But yeah,
comfortable as
I'm gonna
hell.
go. Yeah, I'm
You
I'm
got
I'm gonna go
you
with
got Angel Reese bringing back
Yeah,
Reeboks.
yeah.
yeah.
They're
Yeah.
still there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm taking Iowa State on
yeah.
that
I'm gonna
one,
go
but
Iowa State.
you definitely go Iowa State, man. But
Come on, Bruce.
those are the games for Thursday and Friday. So, you know what I mean? We covered that. Uh any uh any expectations for the Final Four?
I mean, I think let's let that happen, and next time we get on here, we make our predictions for
Okay.
so if we get on here Sunday night or something like that. Oh no, not Sunday night. Whatever. Whenever next time we get on here, uh,
Yeah.
we'll be able to because the Elite Eight is Sunday, Final Four is on Saturday, the 4th.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll definitely
The
have
championship is
yeah, we'll
on
definitely have
Monday.
another time before we get on there, then we can make our predictions from there.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. I mean, what else we trying to get on this list that we gotta tackle, man? What we
I
got?
heard. I heard my boy got thrown out of his own house.
Mm,
Oh,
Pat Bev,
That's
man.
my, that's my guy right there,
Pat
man.
Bev.
oh,
Yeah.
That's like what
man.
I don't know all the details. Was it some betrayal happened? What's going on, man?
Well, you know that Pat Bev got into that situation, that family situation. We kind of talked about it
Yeah.
Yeah.
in one of our previous podcasts. We talked about it a few times in a couple podcasts. When the incident first happened, and then new information came out after a while, and he kind of charges was dropped, and I guess it's been explained that it wasn't the way it seemed, at least coming from him. That's we
Hmm.
ain't hear nobody else speak about it, but he's on here. He got on the internet and kind of said his side of the story after everybody else was talking about it and made it seem like he wasn't doing nothing. But at that time, because of everything that dropped, he was on a podcast, and podcast was gaining popularity. It was him and and I forgive me, I don't know the dude name, the white guy. His name is kind of
Portnoy.
no, that's the owner of Barstool.
It's the
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
owner.
yeah, but
I think Rome.
yes.
Yeah, Rome.
And they had nice little chemistry. You know what I mean? Like, they started when What's Face was still in the league, and then when he went overseas, they still was doing it remotely. And it was clearly Pat Bev's podcast. Like
Yeah.
he was the A side of the show, and but when that stuff happened with his family, with the sister and all that stuff, he was off the air, off that. I'm assuming that was something that was, they had to say, all right, we got to keep you off the air until y'all figure this out. And then once stuff figured out, they kind of moved on already. They had Jason Williams on there. They had some did they have somebody else on there as well, like, kinda filled in for Pat Bev? I'm not sure, but Jason Williams is
Not
definitely on
sure.
there as the former pro player and, and I guess he was trying to get back on there. Had a conversation with Portnoy, who's the, owner of Barstool, and he was like, "Yo, did you talk to the guys?" And he's like, "Well, I don't, that kind of sound funny that I talked to the guys." Got back to him and said, "Well, the guys said that they don't want you back on." You know what I mean? So that's what Pat
Mm,
Bev said. And the conversation to it is that like, damn, like how you get kicked off your own shit? Because there would
Yeah.
have been no podcast without Pat Bev, to begin with. You know what I mean? So how you get kicked off your own shit?
Yo, that's kind of crazy, man.
yeah,
Like,
man.
how do you go from being in a situation where you fighting for your livelihood and then you come back and then you get kicked off your show? But the thing is that one thing you got to look at it like this, because it was just a Pat Bev show before, and then they changed the name and everything like that. So it became a new show because of the name change. So basically, when you change the name of the show, you basically lose, I guess, control of the show. Everything is between everybody else now. It's a whole new dynamic. So it's kind of weird that maybe he never connected to with the rest of those guys, or it kind of shows that maybe he wasn't as the guy that he thought he was with that company as Barstools, because now he's starting his own show. Now, is his new show with Barstools or not?
That's the question. Maybe we got to do our due diligence and do our research on that right there. But
Yeah, because I find that to be kind of crazy to that you leave. Well, you didn't. Now, hold up. Now, does he have a You see, we need to find out a couple things because I got a couple questions. Does he have a contract? What kind of
well,
agreement you got going on?
Barstool, they not gonna have you on their platform without a contract. So
Yeah,
I think what you said makes sense. That if they changed the name and it became a whole different podcast, then he's not. Then they don't have to put him on if they don't want to.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and maybe
Unless,
that was a play that they just did down the line. It was like, well, look, this is our opportunity to kind of break free of it. Let's name it something else. And they went from there. That's kind of crazy though. You
yeah,
know,
I
to me that like to me that's a different that's another conversation, you know what I mean? Because
mhm.
it's like kind of damn, yo. Like I don't know how much money they was making off of this stuff, and I'm gonna assume it was pretty lucrative, you know. And but when does it become a thing where loyalty is is over royalty, I guess. You know what I mean? It's not about the money, it's just about like, damn, what's right? Because like, yo, if we started something together and we had a certain amount of success, I have an issue. Like I go through some troublesome adversity that I gotta work through. And I worked through it essentially, you know what I mean? Like, all right, this thing is not what it seems to be, but you just moved on and you can't vouch for me to bring me back? Like, because they don't have to say, "No, let's move." They could say, "No, let's bring him back on here." Maybe we got to renegotiate the pay scale or what it look like and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Maybe he's not the top earner no more, or maybe whatever. But like, and again, we don't know the story. A lot of times people come out with their story first, and then the other people respond and say, no, it's not what they said. It was this. So I guess we're going
Mhm.
to find that out probably soon. But if it's exactly what he said, damn, that's kind of fucked up. Like, this was a podcast because of me. Like, and now because I had
Yeah.
this situation, that was an opportunity to get me up out of there. That's crazy.
Yeah, and
I
yeah, but he probably my thing is I don't how much of a shock was it? Because it probably could have been him hearing that he wasn't going before it was official that he wasn't gonna be a part of it, right? To probably hearing that this was gonna be the move, this was the direction. Did he even wanna come back after hearing that? Or was it a surprise? You know, once you start feeling that, like, that betrayal, like even the money part is gonna be an uncomfortable work environment. Right? Yeah, it might. This is podcast, but with this, if we start doing some nonsense to each other, this is an uncomfortable work experience
Right,
that
Yeah.
we're
right.
having. So,
Mhm.
like who will want to even engage in that? I hope that he can because he's a character. He's a big personality. Um, so I'm hoping that he can go ahead on and do his own thing and kind of learn from this too, and to have more control over. Like, let's say something does happen where it's out of his control and he has a legal issue that um whatever he's a part of now can't move on until they have those discussions to be able to break away from it completely or allow him to come back and continue. And I hope we get the control over his situation.
Mhm.
And that's the key right there. With him being the personality that he is, he should be able to, as long as everybody accepts him from, overcoming his adversity,
Yeah.
he'll be fine. You know what I mean? He can continue his show, build up his name again, and then Barstool will be knocking on his door again, or another places be
Oh
knocking
yeah,
on
if he
his door.
start popping, yeah,
Mhm.
they don't care because that's money for them.
Yeah, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? So I think he'll be all right in the long run. I don't think he needs that type of platform. I think he likes that type of platform because it shows growth and what he's doing. But man, start from scratch like you
yeah.
did before, man, and you'll be all right, man. For real.
You know what's crazy, Jay? It's like nobody's squeaky clean. Like everybody got some stuff with or whatever, right? But the moment that things get outed, no matter what it is, like you're done.
Yeah.
Like I would. There is no more
That's
of
all it takes,
you
man.
know what? Yeah, there's no more of like, you know what? Let's wait to see what comes out of
Yep.
this. There's no more of that.
Court of public
Once
opinion.
once they start going negative, like yeah, only one that gets the gets the benefit of the doubt is our leader in chief in command. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to this Epstein, it's like, but like once your name gets slandered, like anything negative, when you got, especially with something that's lucrative and you got the powers that be that can control it, it don't even like the narrative of negativity is going to outweigh whatever the truth is.
Yeah.
I tell you that they said that being accused is the worst part. I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
man.
that's worse than being found guilty
Yeah.
because you're always going to be looked at.
The
It's a
All,
stain. That's
The Michigan coach,
yeah.
we already said it. Like he innocent, right? All right, but the damage is done.
Yep. That stain ain't
yeah,
gonna get you can't wash that
Yeah.
stain off, man.
Right, you never
sure
the
can.
Yeah,
same,
because
man.
so it was the Pat Bev podcast, and then that
Yeah,
started in 2022, and then it got turned to hooping and hollering,
Yeah, yeah, he mentioned that. Yeah.
fucking hooping and hollering. That gonna change my shit, huh?
but see, it's crazy with those the podcasts like that because they can play around like that because they're all like celebrities slash athletes. So people can gravitate to your show. So it's not like us starting from the bottom and trying to work our way up. If we stop and start all over again, we starting all the way from zero. You know what I mean? They can start with a whole fresh batch of new people again. You know what I'm
They
saying? So
they got the back of the bar
it's a cheat
stool,
code.
so I mean, it's a cheat code. So
Yeah, it's a cheat
I
code,
mean, like,
man.
I mean, and that's why they're on these platforms because they have celebrity. You know what I mean? So these other these other platforms ain't taking somebody from that got it out the mud from the beginning. At least not in the beginning stage. If it's some people who would, quote unquote regular people, they had already built up something, and now they bought them on after they built something up.
Yeah.
But to get somebody where they still kind of building up, that ain't happening. I don't unless it's some damn some hookup or some shit, you know.
Mm.
But hey man, hopefully Pat Bev
Thank
he figure it out. I think he's gonna be humbled. I think this should humble him,
yeah.
what I mean? Because Pat Bev,
He been wilding.
he's not humble. He wasn't humble when it came to a lot of shit, you know what I mean? And like so this is gonna humble him a little bit and you got to figure it out.
Pat Bev a little delusional too. He
Very,
said
very,
he said ain't nobody ever kick his ass, and I know I watched it plenty of times on
plenty,
TV.
plenty.
He got on that Kyrie Allen one time. Oh, you got your ass kicked before, huh?
Oh man, I tell you, but when you first mentioned Maul, when you first mentioned your boy got kicked out the house, I thought you was talking about our other topic for
Well,
Will Smith getting kicked out the house.
that's a hell of a segue, ain't it? That's a hell.
So, you know what I mean? You got Jada Pickett Smith back on social media again, talking about, you know what I mean, her and Will is separated and they don't live in the same house. And she's going to allow him to come back in the house. But right in the meantime, she's enjoying her independence, her freedom.
That he created.
Yeah. And you know what I mean, it's starting to uproar in the social media world because everybody's looking at her like, hey, every time she opens her mouth about their relationship, their marriage, it's always something negative to kick him in the back. So what y'all think about Will not being in the house?
Listen, man, the fact that I know for a fact that Set It Off ain't bring nowhere near the percentage of lifestyle that she's living right now. And she out here talking crazy. Listen, man, I don't think that she can. I think he's allowing that situation. If he's not in the house, he's okay with it. You know, you not, I can't come in, or you gonna allow me to come back? No, it's gonna be Will is out here doing whatever he wants to do too. Um, with whatever partner he chooses to do it with. And whenever he's tired of that and she's tired of her entanglements, they'll link back up. But I don't think like yeah. And yeah, I'm definitely not. You know, when she's opening her mouth now to speak about nonsense, like I don't think that she's the poster child for black women in relationships anymore. Like I don't think their relationship is anymore. Alright, so, I don't really have, I mean, I do have an opinion, but I don't really care about the stuff that she's talking about, man. Sh They need to create a new house. The one she tore down one when she let somebody come in and got the humping on that little boy, that August Alsina situation, so I don't give a fuck what she talking about, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I think I think the whole story is kind of misleading when you think about it because this is coming from Jada's side, and she can. I can see. I can already kind of see as the tabloids, as the different outlets and platforms pick up that interview and they clip that part right there, and people are gonna start to pile on. She's gonna
Yeah,
come back out and say, "No, they misquoted me," or "That's not how I meant it," and "This is how I meant it." Because they've been living separately for years now. All the
yeah,
reports say they've been living separately since 2016. But
yeah,
since 2016, even before the slap on the Oscars, Chris Rock and all that stuff, they were still together, going to shows together. They was on social media
Mhm.
together, family stuff. So they was presenting as if they was living together, but they was still living separately. As the reports say, they was living separately since 2016. But it wasn't public knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing where she will let him move back in, I mean, if he wanted to move in, he would. How's she gonna stop him? That's
yeah.
his money. You know what I mean? Well, I guess it's their money. I'm gonna
No,
assume,
no, this is money.
yeah, but I'm gonna assume there was no prenup or none of that stuff. And not to say that she ain't
Oh
got
yeah,
her money,
no.
because Jada got her money, but it ain't Will Smith. You know what I mean? But I just don't like the me move back in my house. If I want if we're living separately, it's because we both chose that. If we live separate, then this is something that we both decided. You didn't kick me out. You know what I mean? Like you can't kick
Yeah,
me out. You know what I'm saying? And that'd be the whole thing where like on a much smaller level where like, I don't know, a couple get into an argument and then like, all right, the guy gotta go sleep on the couch or something like that. And it's like, I mean, did you have to go? Like, if you didn't want to go, you stay where the hell you want to. You know what I mean? Nobody
yeah,
can't make
Yeah.
me do it. I'm an adult.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I like no, like,
and that I'm sure that house they live in big enough for them not to
and
see
that's the
each other. He
thing.
don't got to do it.
They live in
Yeah.
they wage. So the equivalent to the couch is another damn house. Like so he's over there somewhere else. So yeah, whatever that is right there between them two is big money shit. Is they got a relationship that I don't even understand why they even trying to make it work. too much stuff has happened. Too much public stuff has happened. You know, I ain't gonna just put her on the island. Let's just say on both sides. So whatever.
Yeah, man, both August Alsina, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
You know what I mean?
so
So
you said
Dwayne
something key.
Dwayne Martin.
So you said something key. Oh man, Dwayne Martin. Oh man.
yeah, you know what? She should have put him out. Never mind.
Oh,
That dude said he opened that door. Will was cracking the William Martin.
oh,
That is tough. That is tough. That is super tough right there.
My
Yeah,
bad,
man, listen,
my
I
bad.
don't know, man.
come on, man.
Let me leave that on. Let me leave that alone, man. They gonna sue.
That's
Come
Hollywood.
on.
That's
That's
Hollywood.
Hollywood
Yep,
talk.
yep.
I
Leave
ain't
my
in
man
that.
Will alone, man. Come on.
Shit, Will
He
Dwayne Martin,
already
like, yo, man, like,
Don't watch this episode.
but so you said a key thing, man. It's just with her, it's just the way she delivers her message, and she uses such words like "let," like it's things like she just always seems like she's just controlling everything. You know what I mean? And that ain't how marriage is supposed to work, or
no,
just communication between two people,
no,
man. You can't just say "I let you do this" or this or whatever. But at the end of the day, like I said, I think I said this to you before. Will out there living his best life, man. You know what I mean? If he's out the house, ain't like he just a regular Joe. He out there enjoying himself. You see him on taking excursions all over the place. He's collabing with other people. He's having a good time, man. He ain't worried about what's going on. And if he is, he know what to do, man. It's time to get that divorce. They kids old, man.
Yeah, yeah.
They got old
well,
kids.
you know, that's a different discussion. Why haven't they made that decision to do that yet? Because it ain't no kids. Again, like you said, all the kids are adults. They can move, you know, they moved on and they can move on with their life. Their kids know they would if they got a divorce tomorrow, their kids would understand. They'd be like, all right, well, shit, we surprised it took y'all
Elijah.
this long. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
at this point, why are they staying together? It's something else. It's something that's there that, you know, that just goes beyond what we're gonna know about because it's obviously it's personal, but you know, it is what it is, man. But they rich, so they'll figure it out.
Yeah, they rich and I ain't. So
Yeah,
it is what
I'm looking
it
at the place I would have to go to right now if it didn't work out. It ain't another house.
is.
Right? It's right
Looking
here. It's right to the left.
looking looking at this floor right here. What's the problem?
I mean, you said they're rich and you ain't, but
Oh well, I'm not.
your state says something
I'm
different.
not
But
rich.
go on, we can go on to the next thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
go to the
Okay.
next.
Okay, let's move on. What y'all want to talk about next,
Ah,
man? You was
my,
on
I
call
mean,
for Mr.
we got an old Michael B. Jordan incident that
Oh,
kind of popped back up after conveniently after something positive happens. There's always people that's ready to throw some dirt on something or bring back something up, and you know, I don't know. Depending on how you feel, depending on what your opinion is, to either speak some truth or to play victim. Depends on what it is, man. So we got L'Oreal. She's a popular or whatever, you know, radio host. She's personality. I would say she's from Jersey. You know,
Mhm. She went to arts with him,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. And I think it was an old conversation that came up back when she was doing some red carpet event and she tried to, you know, interview Michael B. Jordan on there, and she was trying to use a relationship that she thought she had with him from that dates back to high school. And Michael B. Jordan was looking at it like, nah, I remember you used to talk crazy about me when I was in high school, calling me the corny kid, and she denied it and stuff like that. So she caught a lot of flack for that back in the, you know, and this was some years ago. And after he won the Oscars, I guess she was on some podcast with Claudia Jordan. Some two other women as well, and L'Oreal. And that
Mhm.
conversation came back, and they were supporting her and making it seem like, yo, like he had jumped the gun. He even through his people tried to apologize, saying, yeah, oh, you know, man, you didn't say it like that. But she was trying to make it seem like, oh, well, why you ain't come and do an interview with me and apologize there, said it through your friends or something like that. And and this is coming from her, so I
Mhm.
guess how do we see that? Is this her just bringing back something, taking an opportunity, to get clicks and make it about her after something, monumentous happened with him and something that was very positive happened with Michael B. Jordan, or she, in her rights to feel like she deserves an apology based off of that whole incident that happened.
That she deserves an apology?
She clearly feels like it.
No, listen, I think this is an opportunity, like, something that was already kinda, like, spoke about before. You can kinda bring this back up now, and some things you gotta even things, when it happened in the past, you gotta stand on that. You did used to talk about this dude, right? Like, and you was getting on him. He was the corny dude, whatever, like, "Alright." And let's think about why he was the corny dude. Because he was bringing something back to the school. Like, say he had, like, the headshots and things like that. So he was coming back to the school of
Pause on it
arts,
too.
of arts, though. Like, this is an acting school. Like, has all the arts in it, and he was bringing something back, um, to a community that he felt as though was safe and that was supporting his dream. That's why he went there, right? And, sorry, you don't have to look at his watch like that.
Never seen that. Wow.
It's a
Go
regular
ahead.
watch, sir.
And
Um
looks pretty expensive to me, but go ahead.
It's a
Carry on.
Samsung watch.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Regular watch.
You have one, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
I don't
freaking
have that.
Yeah, you
freaking jerk,
do.
man.
I don't have that.
You have a Samsung watch, sir.
That looked like a Rolex. But anyway, I'm just gonna just keep going.
Wow.
That
Wow.
looked like a Rolex. But
Yeah.
anyway,
With a
you know,
Yeah,
with a
so
rubber
he
band, huh? Go ahead.
yeah.
Just go on.
Yeah, so
Ruined
he's bringing
podcast.
back headshots, and he's talking about auditions and things like that
That's the name of it. Ruined
he's passionate
podcast.
about. It's alright. It's definitely ruined. I can't You guys are freaking assholes. Imma pause for a second. You know what? Now, Imma keep it going. Nah, yeah, so I started, like, so this dude is in the art school. You're in the art school. You clearly are familiar with these things. He's bringing back his headshots. He's going on auditions. He's passionate about this, something that he's trying to do, and bringing it back to a school where he thinks that he's gonna get the support. Oh, good job. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And this is probably building his confidence, whatever. It probably take a lot to even I know I wouldn't bring no headshots to school. I would probably feel like everybody gonna clown me, but he's doing this in an environment where it's cool. Maybe a teacher or somebody advisor told him to do things like this, and you want to shame him for it. Like, he's the corny dude for that. That was never he was never the corny dude. And for you to even look at him like he was the corny dude, I think that says a lot about you and what you was attracted to. Like, you go to an art school. What do you think is gonna be in there? Right? And you called him that. So now when this dude has manifested what he strived for in high school, you look like the cornball now. You did call him that. And he remembered. Like, so, and as much as whatever you wanna call him, like, he's a Nork dude through and through. Like, he's like, "Yeah, I was a corny dude. You remember that? You did say it." And now you kinda bring it back up now after he's won this Oscar. Like, this is your moment. Like, you had a moment with him in the past, and now you wanna kinda relive that because he's a hot topic, right? Like, we're talking about him now. He's a hot topic. But you're doing it trying to, I think, boost your clicks, your likes, or subscribe, whatever you're trying to do off this man's back. And it's based on something that um you should have took accountability for. People and this is even outside of Michael B. Jordan, right? Like, people fail to just say, "Yo, I was wrong. My bad." Sometimes, you I have had so many near arguments stop because I just say, I was wrong, bro. My bad." Like, there's nothing else to really talk about. Like, "Yo, I'm sorry for what I actually did. This is something, yeah, I did call you that, and I wanna apologize because you became a hell of a person and an inspiration to millions." Like, that would've stopped all this, but she's not gonna do that. Instead, you now wanna play the victim. Like, hell no. She get a loser card on that one. I want her to be successful still, but on that moment, in this moment right now, yes, you're lame for that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I would only think to give her grace for the beginning part for when they was in high school. You know what I mean? As kids growing up, we do say crazy things. We joke, we crack at each other, we take jokes at each other all the time. We say all type of stupid stuff.
But James, if you Marist was a good football school, right?
Yeah.
What if you bought your jersey to school? I think it's equivalent. St. Pat's is a good basketball school. If I come to school with a video of a new workout at a St. Pat's school, this is what we do here. Like at an acting school, it might be corny if he was at Shabazz walking around with some headshots. They don't
I
do
think
that
he
there.
was in Chad. I think she said they was in Chad when that happened.
So that's the elementary school.
Right. It could be,
Yeah.
but let's say,
So
for
then
argument's
then
sake,
you're
let's
right,
say
James.
it
He was a
was
kid then.
arts. Let's say it was arts for argument's sake.
You know what I mean? Regardless of what it is.
Kids can be brutal.
I mean, yeah, kid could be brutal. So, you know what I mean? That's the only grace I would give because even in high school for us, you know, and even in grammar school, it was a lot of stuff that people were doing that was good stuff, and dudes still found a way to joke on it or whatever the case may be. So it is what it is. That's the only time I will cut her some grace. But as an adult, when you see this person and this person remembers it, he remembers the incidents that used to happen and he brings it up. Only thing you're going to do is acknowledge that it happened. You know what I'm saying? Acknowledge it so you can move on. That's all he's looking for. But to bring it up after he wins an Oscar, the biggest moment of his life, you bring it to your show to rehash this whole incident is only for clicks and views. You know what I mean? It's only for clicks and views, and you really corny for that because the fact that now you're playing the victim role
Mhm.
for everybody to come
Mhm.
on the show to see the click, to see what you said, and you just bringing up his name. His name is trending right now. So you're just going to play the victim role and act like he did so much to you, when in fact, in the interview, you said that you did call him these things. You did call him corny. You did do all this stuff. So take the accountability, which is a woman's kryptonite. Take the accountability and say you're sorry and move on. That's all we asking
That's
for,
it.
yo.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, because like we said, high school is different, you know what I mean? And, even let's say, St. Pat's, if somebody came, it was a basketball school, if somebody on the team came there with a whole Michael Jordan top to bottom jersey with the same, whole accessories, we're going to clown them. You know what I mean? The basketball school or not, if you're doing something that looks a little bit different than what the rest of the people do, it look like you're doing too much,
Mhm.
you're going to get, and listen, you from in the city north, you're gonna get it. You know what I mean? So I can imagine that they was clowning him. But like you said, regardless of whatever, he remembers it and he remembers how I made him feel. And like the thing that I didn't like with her and that is not the fact that she got on him and made jokes, because she probably wasn't the only one. It was probably a group of people, and you in front of her, so you were one of the group. You was in the group that was making fun of me, so I remember that. So you know what I mean. Like I remember you was part of that. So yeah, I'm gonna bring it up. But like the thing that I didn't like is that she was like, "Yeah, no, I didn't call you corny." You know what I mean? Like that, I didn't use that word. I didn't call you corny. So okay, she said, but she admitted it. She said no. She said, now we did used to make fun of him for having like headshots. We would say, what you got those stupid headshots for? Like so, she did admit to make fun of, but she's making it seem like because I didn't call you corny, that you shouldn't have got on me about that, and you know what I mean, you should have like made it, you should have made it right and let people know that I didn't say that. So okay, what? So you didn't call me corny, but but you still offended me. You know what I mean? So it's just about that
Yeah.
accountability. You know what I mean? What? Oh, you didn't call me fat. You called me stupid. Like you still offended me. You know what I mean? Like it's the same shit.
Yeah.
So just because I got the offense wrong, don't mean that it didn't happen. Like so, again, like you said, James, it's just about acknowledge that it happened. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what? Yeah,
Only
yeah, you
looking
was I would have even accepted, you know what? That was high school. We was we shouldn't have took it that far. As an adult, I saw how that was, and Yeah, if I made you feel a certain type of way back then, my bad. That would have straight just made him be like, all right, you got it,
Yeah.
and then it moved
Mm.
on. But that was an opportunity not to take ownership, to try to flip it, to try to make it about something else, and that's unfortunately a typical thing that can happen. You know what I mean? So she got to do better. And
And
should have just celebrated that win or left it alone. You know what I mean? You don't have to celebrate it. You could just left it alone, but don't use that as an opportunity to try to bring back some bullshit.
she's just trying to get an interview.
Yeah, that shit ain't gonna happen, but man, shit.
Yeah,
She was more
he well out of her range right now.
Well out. Well out. He gonna be like,
The
if you don't
interview
get that corny ass shit you doing out of here, I'll say it this time, corny. You know what I mean? But shit, man, what we got next?
Oh
Shit, man,
man.
we gotta talk about this the shit that's going on. The TSA shit, right?
Mm, yeah.
Like well, yeah. Just if y'all looking on the news, if you know what I mean, social media, it's all on the timeline. These airports is backed up because the TSA situations that's going on in the country where they haven't been paid for a month. It's some change, and so they ain't going to work, and it's causing a lot of situations at these airports. And now this whole situation that started today, where they got ICE to come in to assist, and they're not supposed to enforce any immigration situation. It's just supposed to be helping with the lines and help out. I don't know what kind of setup this is, man. They might be
I
sleepwalking.
don't trust
It's
that shit.
sleepwalking niggas, man. I don't know. Trump, man. They're like, no, we're just here to help the lines. Get them. You know what I mean? But it's a crazy situation because, well, what y'all think about the situation?
Well,
Y'all
I
been
mean,
keeping
something
up
that
with it? Y'all see what's going on?
yeah, yeah. I did I
Yeah, I
did I
saw it.
did see that. I think I read something. I heard about it on actually on the Breakfast Club this morning or yesterday morning, I believe, about it. It's I mean, a lot of things has just never been done, and it seems like we'll cool. Y'all don't want to do something. We're not going to come to those negotiations and pay you, so you can get back out there. No, we'll handle it our way, right? Like we'll get ICE in there. Listen, they have shown us that they will put ICE in situations that they're not trained for, and have them execute duties that they're not trained for. Like this is not gonna go well. Just like putting them in another city and having them trying to do the deportations. It's not they're not qualified to do this. Like they're probably gonna feel as though they're above this. Like they're like armed officers. So now you're about to have them try to conduct lines and get things moving in order. Like I think people got to get to the airports now where it was like 2 hours, like 4 hours earlier now. Yeah, and there's no way, there's no way you're gonna have me believing that they're not gonna be trying to still deport people through that too. The moment listen, if it's some turmoil you come out, your ass gonna get detained because that's all they know how to do.
Yeah.
And then you gonna have to figure it out. Like, I don't know, man. It just seems like doing the right thing is not an option anymore.
Mm.
Well, you got ICE under contract until I think 2020 29. And TSA, they didn't renew their contract yet. They're still negotiating, or whatever the case may be. But the thing is that they're using ICE as a filler. But the thing is, I look at it like this: you put ICE in a heavily populated area like an airport where the population already is against them. You're looking at a, a episode of Jerry Springer, because already people are already talking shit to them now
Mm-hmm.
while they're
They
in there.
definitely
So
calling
that's
Nazis
gonna
and shit.
escalate. Yeah, it's gonna escalate. This will become a bigger situation. Somebody's gonna put hands on somebody, and ICE might not. They might not be instructed to touch nobody,
Mhm.
but somebody is pissed off. Is going to cause a situation, and things are going to go crazy in the airport, and that's not what we're looking for. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? At the end of the day, we're looking for them to assist. I don't know how much assistance this is going to be. I don't know how long they expect TSA to be out, but at the end of the day, you want things to go smoothly, especially for the airport. The airport, if you get in trouble with the airport, you will be put on the
Federal.
ban list.
And you
You know
can't,
what
yeah,
I'm saying?
your ass
So
can't fly after that.
that's what I'm saying. So it becomes a way bigger situation off of something simple. You know what I mean? So go. You
No,
about to
yeah,
say something?
no,
Sir?
just to me, the biggest spit in the face and kicking the nuts that this whole situation is that TSA has not been getting paid and they're not working. So you get ICE to come do their job and they're getting paid to do TSA's job. That's that,
Well, yeah.
that's
Well, the thing is, it's two totally different.
it doesn't matter
Two
how.
totally different.
Yeah, I get that. It don't
No,
matter how they're
yeah,
getting paid. They're getting paid to do
no,
the
yeah, yeah,
TSA
yeah. So I'm
job.
just saying,
That's just my
just,
whole
just
point.
sort of, yeah, yeah. So just so the audience to know that it's two different federal
Yeah, yeah.
grant, whatever the
Mhm.
case may be. I never got a chance to really look at, the reason why TSA is not getting paid like that. Because
I
at
think it's
first
part of the
they didn't get
shutdown.
paid. Yeah, but the thing is, why did never they separate it? You know what I mean? Because that's something the airport's always still going, regardless of the shutdown.
Something that got to be signed on by both parties, all this extra stuff, whole bunch of stuff,
Yeah.
maybe we got to get more educated on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
'Cause I
that-
was like, because
but
the regardless of the shutdown, the airport's still going. Like that just don't make no sense to me.
I don't know. I just know if I'm TSA and I'm sitting home and I'm like, yo, if you, damn, so these dudes going to get paid to do something that's not their job description. That's my job
Yeah,
description, but they're going to get paid for doing my job. I like, shit, I'm all right. I'm
yeah,
TSA. I might as well be ICE then. I'll come back and work. I'm ICE.
Yeah, nice.
like that. Now I'm ICE. Now
I
come
get
give me that vest that they got. I'm coming to work. Give me our money, man. Like, nah, it's
and
messed
that
up though.
and this shows you the power of federal dollars. You know what I'm saying? This shows the power of federal dollars that it can be controlled by whoever. You know what I mean, president or whoever, and say, hey, you go here, you fill in here, you be the sub. You know what I mean?
I,
And usually that's
I don't
never
even
the
think that's
case.
about federal dollars. I think that's just Donald Trump. That's ICE is his
Well, that's what I'm
personal
saying.
ICE is his personal police. You know what I
But
mean?
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. He controls it. He controls the federal, so
Yeah, I
he
mean,
controls it.
at the end of the
He said,
day,
"No."
he's gonna, he was gonna always make sure they was gonna be taken care of because
Yeah.
he's carrying
Yeah.
out his agenda. So it
Yep.
was always gonna be taken care of. So he can use them for whatever in the world he want to use them for, and say
Yeah.
he's carrying out,
Go
the
go
duties
into
or
the
whatever.
go into the airport and fuck shit up.
But at the end of the day,
Yeah,
I don't think, just to bring up that question, whether we think they get sleptwalking to getting deported and stuff like that. I I'm gonna say this: Trump needs this to work out because it's
yes.
gonna make him look like he's the
Look.
savior. It's a, you saw
Yep.
I brought the ICE agents in and they carried out and they did a good job. I think they did a better job than TSA agents. I don't know. He gonna do all that shit, you know what I mean, and then make it murder. And
That was a
then
great impression.
murder, sir. And he gonna do all that shit and like he gonna make it seem like he saved the day. So he gonna make sure that they on their best behavior because it's gonna look real bad if he sent them to the airports and they
Mhm.
kill somebody at a damn airport hangar. It's gonna look crazy. So he like, yo, don't touch nobody. We need to make this work. When we get back on these streets and deporting niggas, that's different. But at the airport,
You can kill them niggas.
yeah. Nah, he needs that to work because he's gonna look like the hero. He wants to look like the hero. We know it's all
Eh,
ego with him. All ego.
Yeah, and he's been using ICE as plug and play for everything. You know what I mean? So he used them before as going to the Capitol and being extra police presence, and now he's using them for this. So it's plug and play. ICE is his personal playground.
Mhm.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So
Definitely.
he's just doing whatever he wants.
Yep.
How long do we expect for them to be out?
Shit,
That's the real
Shit,
who
question.
as long as
knows?
Ice doing the job, they're gonna be out as long as he wants to. Next thing he gonna say, no, they're flying the planes too. You know what I mean? It's gonna be all time. They're working as stewardess. They're flying the plane. I even have them working at some of the restaurants.
I'll tell you that's some great impressions. But anyway, you know, I mean, for since we talked about planes, I just want to send out a condolences to the two pilots who lost their lives yesterday
LaGuardia.
in the accident that happened at LaGuardia Airport. Man, condolences to the families, man. Stay prayed up, man. But what we got next? Oh well, you know what I mean. Talking about fights and stuff. You know what I mean? My man Jack Reacher over there. had- My man Jack Reacher had a fight with his neighbor, Alan Richardson. He was riding his motorcycles, whatever motorized bikes with him and I think it was his kids out there, and they was riding around their residence. And the neighbor said he got fed up with them riding fast in the neighborhood, so he confronted him about it. So he wanted him to slow down, and he got in the way, and he tried to. I guess Alan Richardson tried to move around him or whatever. He pushes him. He tried it again. He pushed him again. Alan Richardson gets off his bike and whoops his ass. Now, now TMZ interviews the guy,
Ronnie.
and he's saying, yeah, he's interviewing him, saying that he admits to touching him and all this stuff when he shouldn't have, but he's saying that he got tired of, he rides bikes and he knows that people can get hurt and they're riding too fast and he wants them to slow down and he just got frustrated, he got fed up with it and he wants it to stop. So how do y'all feel that if you, as a neighbor or as Alan Richardson, and you're doing what you're doing, how do you feel that this situation should have happened?
Well, how do you feel as our resident bike rider? You know what I mean? Like you on the tools at all times. You know what I mean? As soon as that weather drop, man, you out here, man. You know what I mean? You put on your other hat, man. You out here, man. So what do you think about that, sir?
Me personally, you know what I mean? If you ride in your neighborhood, whatever, I don't know. I got to find out what they were actually riding. It could be smaller bikes, small. I assume that is because you got
I
kids
saw
with you.
his kids looked like they was on smaller bikes. He was
Yeah.
on some, and I don't know. I'm not a bike guy. I don't know, but his shit looked bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, it could still be like a smaller CC type of bike
Mhm.
as well. And they could be zipping around and stuff like that. Now, the speed, regardless of if you ride or if somebody else ride, your idea of speed is different.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? My idea of speed could be a higher type of speed, and I'm comfortable at that. Someone else, they're not comfortable at that same speed. They're comfortable at a slower speed. But regardless, if you're in the residence or whatever, if you feel like I am going too fast and I'm with my kids, you gonna approach me. I think you should be approaching me with a little bit, with a nice tone, and we can have a conversation, especially if we're neighbors. Let's talk. You know what I'm saying? But once you putting hands on and stuff like that, I think you should be calling the authorities, you know what I mean, to complain before you put hands on me because I'm whoop your ass too. You know
Well,
what I mean? At the end of the day, what you touching me for? Why
yeah.
are you touching me? And I'm with my kids. You know what I'm saying? So why couldn't we have a man-to-man conversation without you getting so frustrated and we could have just talked it out? Or it could have went left. I could have told you, you know what I mean? If I'm him, I could have tell you to kiss my ass and you call the cops still.
Mhm.
Yeah, like
And it worked.
yeah,
It worked out.
you definitely can't put your hands on me.
No.
And my kids there,
Yeah, no,
like,
no, no.
because I think
Oh,
that adds a certain like, because one, like, I know for me, I'm already on I'm on a peaceful thing when I'm with the kids, right? I'm almost it's almost like
exactly.
to the point where I may be willing to almost punk out, right? Because I don't really want my kids to see this display of violence, right? But you can cross the line, like, because I also wanna show my kids too how to handle certain situations, like, and then there's a part that I wanna show them how daddy can dress this nigga up too, right? Like Well, I've been in those situations before, like, "Oh, like, you know what? My bad, my bad, bro. My bad, you got it." "Hey, no, you pump." "Whoa, whoa, now, hold up, hold up now, like, chill." And then you start raising it up a notch. Now it's like, "Alright, now I definitely," 'cause I don't want my kids to see, like, okay, somebody can talk any type of way to daddy. They might start trying to talk any way to daddy. No, we got to stop this. So now we gotta demonstrate now. Right. Yeah, but I think some people, um, we're therapists, so some people have absolutely no emotional regulation. Like they get to that point where they're gonna crash out. There's no coming back from it.
Right.
You almost gotta fuck them up.
Mm,
It's almost like to protect them because I know you about to go. Like, let's say if I'm not gonna fight at all, they're going to push the line. They're really gonna do me bad because they can't control themselves. So it's almost like you have to save them like by like fucking them up sometimes. Like it's bad,
But,
but yeah, man.
but think about it. You're on a bike
Yeah, yeah.
and you're riding, and he's in front of you. You know what I mean? And he's pushing you while you're on your bike. So
So
when I seen the video, dude had to drop his bike. He couldn't put it on the kickstand. He had to drop it
I
to
gotta see the
fight.
whole. I gotta see the whole thing. Is it on TMZ?
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. It's ridiculous. And you look at it sometimes like, hey, why ain't mind your business?
They never do.
You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? It takes me back. You know, just a little bit of story time. You know what I'm
Hold on.
saying?
Let me respond to it. Let me respond to it
Okay.
because, like, my my response is twofold. Because I agree. You know what I mean? Like, you confront me about something, whatever, as a neighbor. Is the way to come. Is the way to come at me. You know what I mean? As a neighbor. Like, let's talk because I I live in a neighborhood, and and these are nice neighborhoods, I'm assuming. So if I'm in this nice neighborhood, I'm already and I'm talking about myself as a black man and stuff like that. He's another white guy talking to another white guy and whatever. So I guess that all equals out as far as the aesthetics of it all. But
Mhm.
if I insert myself in a situation, I don't want to be looked at as this big bully of a guy that's out here barking on neighbors and stuff like that. So I'm gonna come like you said, Maul. Sometimes it might be like try to take the approach like, hey, all right, cool, you know what I mean, and try to talk it out, not with a whole bunch of stuff behind it. But if you get into a point where you are touching me and stuff like that, now I'm gonna get offended because, like, bro, do you think you can beat me? Like that. Now I'm offended that you think I'm pussy now. Like, you know what I mean? So now I got to do something because now it ain't even about the you really do you not see me? I'm 6'7", 280 like you, and you're touching me like you can do something with me. Like and murder. So, like, that part right there would bother me. Now, here's the other side to it all, and this is a side that y'all might not agree with it. I ain't mad at him for approaching dude about if he's driving too fast in the neighborhood. I live in a suburban type neighborhood. I got kids, ride bikes, kids in the neighborhood that's scooters, bikes, play, and you got these streets that's 20 miles an hour, and you can have somebody on the bike going downhill at 50 miles an hour is a recipe for disaster. You know what I mean? Where people can, somebody can get hurt if, there is a possibility that these things can happen. As a as a parent with kids, I get nervous when I see cars and bikes zoom down my street. I do get that's is a part of me like, yo, why this nigga driving so fucking fast down here? Like, why is he riding his bike so fast? Slow the hell down. Like that's in me. You know what I mean? Like, and if this person was, if I saw somebody who was doing that and they lived next door to me, I might say something to him like, yo, bro, you gotta slow down. I ain't got to call a cop to tell you to slow down. Like, now you can look at me and say, "Mom, my business." You can do all that stuff. You have your right to do that, but I got my right to respond to that as well. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna be Ronnie if that was me approaching Jack. Jack. I'll beat the shit out of Jack Reacher. You know what I mean? So like, it'd be different. But whatever. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not. You know, I don't think he could. You know, he shouldn't have put his hands on dude, but it's not
Mm.
out his way to approach him about if he is driving fast down the neighborhood that he lives in, and you driving past my house, speeds and stuff like that, loud ass bikes. I'm not a bike guy, so like you know what I mean. I don't have no no stuff towards that where I'm like yeah well you know whatever. I'm looking at it differently. So you know I can see it, but he messed up when he put his hands on dude though.
Yeah, that's why it's all about, you know what I mean, it's all about how you approach the person. You know what I mean? Like I said, you got your right to do it. So like you said, you can address them. You know what I mean? Say, hey, I don't like
Allen was
what
wrong,
you
you mean? Allen was wrong, you saying?
I'm saying
no, well, no,
the dude was wrong
he said,
once he put hands on him. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
if
Okay,
he
okay.
would have approached him without the touching and just be like, "Yo, man, like you be riding down this block, you and your kids. It's already loud. The bikes is already loud, but yo, y'all be speeding down here, man. I got my kids here, like you know what I mean. Like, can y'all hold it down?" And if he like he not, I don't think he's wrong for approaching them like that.
and that's why I said it's all about how you approach it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? If you approach him as a man and y'all have that conversation, you'll be more, you probably get a better solution to the situation. But once you start, you know what I mean, getting frustrated and yelling and screaming at the nigga, then it's not gonna go well.
But
You know what
but
I mean?
but
They're gonna,
but do we think that if that happened like that, where he was yelling, screaming, do we think that was the first time he ever addressed it?
Probably not.
probably not. What you know
That
what?
was the
I
first
don't
time he
know.
addressed it. That he probably
I
did
don't
do
know
that already. And
because
Jack was like,
we seen.
I'm still driving down here anywhere I want to."
Well, yeah, it could be, but we also seen people out there in these streets approach people with aggression for the first time they even said something to them. You know what I mean? Those things do happen.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So the thing is this: it's, you know what I mean. If it's more than once, then you need to be calling the police there. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't enforce. Is no way you're your neighbor. There's no way you can enforce the speed laws. You know what I mean? Unless you're just going to be thinking that you're going to fight. And you see what happened with that. That didn't go well. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to do something different. You know what I mean? And do you really want to be showing your family that you throwing down?
Shout
You know,
out to
over.
dude for not backing down from a dude 6'3". Uh,
Yeah,
like I mean, he caught a ass whooping, but hey man, he ain't back down. He definitely stood up for what he thought was right.
yeah,
It came
he
at the
didn't back
cost of the
down.
L.
He just got laid.
I was try I'm trying to see like the very beginning of it.
Nah, they only got that
Yeah,
little piece.
Okay.
I find it
Yeah.
hard to believe that that dude, he knows who that is, that was the first time that he approached him. He approached him several times probably, and
Now let me ask y'all this: you think he's looking for a payday?
Yes. He's suing.
yeah,
So do you think that this was the opportunity to get it?
yeah. I mean,
Well, listen, I don't know if he set out. Some people are just these type of neighbors. Like I don't know if he
Yeah,
set out.
yeah,
well,
definitely,
you
I don't
can't
know
definitely,
get
if
a
he set
definitely.
payday if you
But
initiated it, if you initiated the whole thing.
if you test them
yeah,
first, then
yeah,
it's like,
And
yo,
he's on
like,
camera admitting that he did. So, like,
yeah.
oh,
you know,
then
so no. So I take that back then. So no, I
no.
don't know if he think I think he's trying to PR, maybe trying to ruin his reputation, maybe. But
That ain't gonna happen over fight. Then he gonna be in
Nah, man.
now he gonna be in these action movies. Now he got to do his own stunts because he's out here doing.
but I mean, that's the only thing. Like,
Nope, he ride bikes and he whoop ass. He gonna have to do his own stunts.
mm,
Yeah, that's tough though. You know what I mean? Oh man.
Hey, yo, but people, I'm telling you, some people they really will push your fucking buttons, man. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
something about vehicles that make people come out that they get out their body and act different. Just think about the road rage
yeah,
people. Like
yeah,
Hmm.
like I've never been one to go crazy like if somebody cut me off and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? I always stay calm, but women get real crazy with road rage. You got some
yeah.
dudes that get real crazy with road rage and like when I get somebody do something and they flipping me off or they raising it and they talking crazy, I just be like, yo, like if I cut you off, if we were sitting in Walmart and I cut you off in line, would you curse me out like that if I was just in your face? Like, you wouldn't. So why is this car
Yeah,
why is this bringing out so
yeah.
much emotion? Like, it's a weird thing. It's some psychology behind that, you know what I mean?
No, they already said, like, it's not really just that. It's rare that they was having a great day and then that happened. It's almost like a pile up or something. You probably was already frustrated. That once that horn hit, now we triggered. We going. Like,
I think you could be
mhm.
having a great day, and that could just flip it. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, some
But
people just
then that mean
prone to road
then that
rage,
mean
yo.
that car and that road or whatever, that's the trigger then. Like, once it
Yeah.
happened, and it maybe it's a loss of control because you can't control what the other person doing. But
Maybe it's the thought of, yeah, like, "Yo, you almost hit my car and the inconvenience that you was gonna cause
yeah,
me if you would hit my car," and maybe it could be all that stuff.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know. I don't know.
But even with that, sometimes these road rage incidents are started by not even almost a hit. It's the simple fact they just don't like the way the person moved with the car.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And it's not just men. You know what I mean? Women find it that have this issue with
yeah,
aggression too, because
Oh,
yeah,
I see women fight guys, try to fight guys
yeah,
too.
it's bad videos was just like, "Yo," like, and it goes back to that thing like, "Yo, you do you think you gonna beat my ass?
yeah.
Like, you are wildin'. Go somewhere before you get hurt. Like, get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, and there's also a situational, environmental aspect of the arguing part that we talking about. Like, there's some people who they'll argue, right, and they'll get so intense with no intentions on fighting. Like, so
Yeah,
we not from that. Like, if you there's a certain pitch, there's a certain hand gestures you make that I know we fighting.
Yeah,
But you got some people that would say, you fucking asshole. Why the fuck would you? But they have no intentions on fighting. They just gonna curse you out. We not from that.
yeah,
And that dude and Alan Richards clearly probably not, you can't do that. So it's almost like there's a certain line that you can cross. Once you do it, where we from, we're trained to go. Like, all right, it's a fight now. Ain't no there's a point of no return now.
yeah.
that road rage has got to be studied.
It definitely needs to be studied.
It needs to be studied, man, for real. But shoot, what we got left here?
Hove.
Oh, yeah, man, he about to do a couple shows. I mean,
It's
man,
a,
yeah,
that mean
we
the
trying to
album coming.
go. I mean, we just
There's an
gotta do
album coming.
yeah,
We
man,
got,
gotta
we
save
got
up a
three.
couple checks, you know what I mean?
We got three
Yeah, well,
shows
James
coming
can pay
up.
for us. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
come
yeah,
on.
yeah, 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 you
Um,
know what I mean?
uh,
That'll work, that'll work.
Should just
here
host
we go.
should just host it in James' backyard, same size as Yankee Stadium.
Okay, okay. I tell you, this is unnecessary. This is uncalled for. And you know what? I'm gonna just stick to the topic here. You know what I mean? Jay-Z is doing his Reasonable Doubt show and a Blueprint show, and also a show for the Roots Picnic.
Mm.
So he's doing the two shows, one for Reasonable Doubt and one for Blueprint in Yankee Stadium, and the Roots Picnic is in Philly. The ticket prices for these shows for the Yankee Stadium has reached $8,000 for floor seats. You can be in nosebleeds paying $500.
Hey,
You
look,
know what I mean? So
You can be in those replay how much?
$500.
yeah, look, I'm not gonna I don't know about y'all, I ain't really got much to spend. I am not a big concert person, you know what I mean? I'm not a big fan I'm not a big fan on paying a lot of money for things that I'm only gonna enjoy for 2 hours. I'm like,
Mm.
so, like, even getting me to go to a basketball game or a football game or something like that, like, oh, man, this is like, yo, I'm about to pay all this money and I'm only gonna enjoy it for 2 hours. It's not like, something that I can always go back to and always enjoy or something like that, or, clothes or something like that, some sneakers that I can, enjoy more than one time in my life or something like so I have a big problem with stuff like that. So when you hear about Jay-Z, who's one of my favorite artists, probably my favorite artist of all time, I would love to go to one of his shows. I ain't paying no fucking $9,000, $8,000, $7,000, $6,000, $5,000, $3,000, $2,000, like for a ticket. I'm just not. I'm not doing it. 1,000. I and I got it. I can do it. But
Of course you can.
I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Like,
Of
I'm
course
not doing that
of course
shit.
you
Like,
can.
no.
I said it's some murders going on
I
too,
am,
so it's
yeah, I hear it, I hear it, I hear it. You
yeah,
know,
some
but
murders
like,
going on.
yeah, no, I'm good on that. Yeah, I ain't got
Yeah,
much to say about that. I'm good.
I mean, honestly, like Jay is somebody that I haven't seen in person. Like I went to that Jeezy concert. That's one of the, like the few rap concerts I probably ever been to, and that was like super dope, right? Um, I know you said like something that you enjoy for 2 hours. I need to really be able to enjoy it, and I would because I know every last song.
Mhm.
Right, so that would be my reason. Like, yo, I know that's why I wanted to go to Jeezy. He was doing the Thug Motivation, like the 1-on-1. Like I know every song to it, so I was in there, like I'm up, standing up, I had my suit on, going to the Reasonable Doubt show. I
Oh,
think that
fresh
would be
suit
like,
too.
it was okay. Probably H&M or something. Who knows?
Way to leave.
Um,
Oh,
yeah, regular stuff. K&G. Um, yeah. Uh,
Probably KG.
yeah. Yeah, the same size too, Kevin Garnett.
Nah, KG from Naughty by Nature. One of them shit.
Oh, no. No,
oh.
no. I ain't have on the naughty suit. I ain't have on the naughty suit. So shout out to Naughty by Nature, Jersey Legends. But yeah, it's like I would love that. But yeah, like the prices, my homegirl actually just told me that the tickets open up tomorrow at 10 o'clock on Ticketmaster tomorrow.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm gonna see
I mean, with the
what that's hitting
prices
for
though.
if I get a if I get an opportunity to purchase a ticket.
But
For these
what kind of prices though?
Yeah, I mean, listen, if it was
Uh,
something like
hey,
5 or 600 and I was in a decent seat, I would do that. Like you said, the most I would do is like $1,000. I'm not paying.
I can't.
Yeah, I
5, I might be able to fuck with you. I might,
yeah,
cause it's Jay.
I can
Cause it's
fuck with
Jay.
you.
You know, I
It's a
might be able
J.
to throw a couple of hours for that. But but
nah,
Yeah, come on,
shit,
hour.
a couple of hours, but
You know what
they
I'm
they
saying?
need to show that on Amazon or something. I
Yeah,
need to see it on TV.
yeah. Look, I just that's somebody that I've never seen, so like I would enjoy that favorite artist.
Jay, I would know every word. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But damn.
But you know what I'm saying?
But
But
let me
It
if I
But let
can't
me
get
ask y'all this.
yeah,
Let me ask y'all this then. Y'all got a free ticket, right? Which show would you go to? The Reasonable Doubt or the Blueprint?
I'm going Blueprint.
Mm,
I'm going Blueprint.
yeah,
I know every word of that too.
Yeah, I'm going
yeah,
Blueprint.
yeah. I was thinking that too. I think I have to do the Blueprint, even though
Reasonable
I
doubt,
love
though.
Reasonable Doubt, though. But is Reasonable Doubt the better
So
show?
that's what
That's
it
what I'm
is?
saying.
Is
I think
one
Blueprint
day
would be the
so hold
better
up,
one.
one day is Reasonable Doubt, the other day is Blueprint?
Yeah, two
That's
different shows.
that is super dope. Like they just this nigga Jay-Z can just keep fucking winning. Like how the fuck what? Damn, ain't nobody else thinking of shit like Nas can do Illmatic and then it was written in 2 days. Like
Hmm.
that was some shit right there. Yeah, yeah. I mean, but listen, if I don't go to that, my boy Sean got a show made I don't know why y'all laughing because that's one of my favorite artists. And I'm fucking going. I don't care what y'all talking about. I'm in there.
Yeah. I love that Sean first album, man. That's
Is
top
it
10 by
is
10.
and that's what he doing. He doing just that because he said he never got a chance to do it because he was he got locked up. That's gonna is in Brooklyn. I think it's May 2nd. I am in there.
Mm.
That's
That's shout out to Sean, man.
shout out to
Shout
my
out.
boys. Fuck you, P Diddy. You got my boy locked up, man. I'd, have, I'd at least had me a 5-year bid because of Shine by now, man.
Damn. I just had to look at the playlist on both.
Because I'm thinking
I
with the
think
reasonable
I'm still going Blueprint, but
Blueprint. Yeah.
that's a tough one. I think I'm still going Blueprint.
Because because I'm thinking maybe with the Reasonable Doubt show that he might do the second album after that along with that.
Oh, if he did
Because
that,
with the Blueprint,
then yes.
because with Blueprint, he's definitely got to do Blueprint 2 with it too.
Is he gonna bring out Eminem?
Renegade. Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume.
If you can
Heart of the
if you
City. There
combine
ain't no love.
if you're
Huh?
combining both, then I'll go with the I go with the reasonable doubt because
Because if he's doing,
I got
because I can't see him doing just the whole reason that the whole album, do that whole show. I think he's gonna have to mix it up.
yeah,
For a reasonable
because
doubt?
just because if he gonna do imaginary play, I gotta be there for that one.
Oh, you
That's what
got
I'm
to be
saying.
there.
You're gonna have to
Yeah,
add.
I gotta be there to uh,
No, I
pop
gotta
my
be there.
own shit off that one.
I gotta be there for what's that? Can I Live and
Yeah.
politics is you. Yeah, it's a
It's a
yeah, this
lot.
yeah.
It's a lot. It'll be a good
Yeah.
one, man.
The Evils.
Yeah, yeah.
You got a lot, but yeah, I'm going to Shine shit. I'm telling you, I'm getting the ticket to that.
It's sad.
Well, I got it in my phone
I can't
already. It's
even
in mail.
curse no more, man. He a diplomat.
Oh yeah, no, he said this is a full album.
He gonna bring his voice
Oh
back
man,
and all that shit. Whoa, Sean Paul.
he, he gonna cut his head too.
We got like a little fro
You
right
gonna
now.
have
We
to.
gonna get it down.
We're gonna get full shine. We gonna cut his head, man.
I don't know if y'all can see it. Let me see. That's say Shine right there. I'm there May 2nd, baby. Don't worry
Where he
about it.
performing at?
It's in Brooklyn, the King's Theater.
Oh,
That's gonna
Kingston.
be dope.
Okay.
How much was that ticket?
I know. I didn't buy it. I'm just saying that I got it saved. I got the date.
Mm.
But now I'm gonna say I don't think it was that much. $100 is Shine. Come
Yeah,
on
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. That ain't too bad.
Yeah. Don't you try to upcharge, nigga.
Nah, when Tony Ayo do his, man, I'm there, man. I tell you that much.
This next
Tony,
topic.
he gonna give you about 40 on a hot 40 for his ticket, man.
All he gonna do is come out there eating roasted duck. That's all he gonna eat
Listen,
on stage.
if it's 40 for Tony Ayo, I'm going. I don't care what you talking about.
But it's gonna be over. It's gonna be over in 30
Well,
minutes.
no,
He ain't got no damn time.
that first his album was all right, man. He got some shit on that album, man.
Fucking Tony Yayo.
Oh shit! And he gonna do his mixtape shit. Come on now.
You could be the only one in there.
Yo. Oh man. Nah, man.
Oh, yeah, y'all.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
move on. Which go, y'all heard, before we get out of here, man, y'all heard about this dude, Trevor Lewis, man, from Roselle?
Mm-hmm.
He's thinking about reclassifying to for a 5th year. I guess the reports is, one of the social media outlets that does the hoop stuff said that that I guess the offers are not coming in that the way it's supposed to be. So I guess he is he's looking for another 5th year. So, that goes back to the conversation that we said. I know that we don't have to go touch too much on this because I know we talked about the NIL and all that stuff and how the portal is affecting everybody and stuff like that. So, we just beating the dead horse, pause, but oh my God, that was terrible. But anyway.
Fucking that dead horse up, man.
But what do y'all feel about the 5th year before we get out of
listen, there's a very good reason why the offer is not coming in like they should. It's because you're not that fucking good, right? So like that's like I think listen, man, and that's okay, man. We gotta stop this shit, man. And you know what? I hope that this is the part that I know you when you start chopping the video. I hope that this is the part that really gets like a little snippet because I'm going to share this like 1,000 times. This part, it's okay that the Dukes and the Kentuckys and the Arizonas are not beating down your door. It's perfectly fine. You know what? Because the Middle Tennessee state that is knocking down your door really wants you to come there and like one second. They really want you to come there and they really want you to be an impact player there now, and you can get better there, right? The Dukes, the North Carolinas didn't come for Dame Lillard. Weber State did. They really wanted him. Right? They didn't come for Steph, whatever. Like, granted, he had to mature and get better, whatever. But the schools that want you, go there. Like you, right now, you don't have the offer. So you think going to high school another year is then going to get you where you need to be. What, you didn't work hard enough the first 4 years? Like, this shit gotta stop. Yes, you absolutely right, the offers are not coming in how you want it because they're coming in at your skill level and where you are.
And here's the thing, if they ain't coming now this year, they ain't gonna come in next year. Eh,
You're at a very good school where they do come in at.
yeah, they're not gonna come in, you know what I mean? So, you know, you might
I
be
seen them play. I seen him play, so, like, and, when they played against Plainfield, when they beat Plainfield, like, he was super aggressive, you know what I'm saying, that he probably had, like, 18, 19 at the half, might have finished that's the one that hit the winning layup
mhm.
when they played Plainfield, the little reverse shot. Um, yeah, but, like, I mean, I see him as somebody who's yeah, you're probably a mid-major guard maybe, right? Like, in today's world with the transfer portal, it's very difficult for people, but you're not
And that's the
it's not
thing,
like
you
3 or
you
4
got
years
that
gonna make you a
you
star.
got the transfer portal, so go to a mid-major, work hard, or go to a JUCO, work
Yeah,
hard, and see what happens after that. I just saw and we talked about High Point earlier in that little guard that went there. I saw a video on the school itself. It's
beautiful,
it's an
beautiful.
amazing school, by the way.
Steaks there's 2 steakhouses
It's
on that bitch.
that you can eat at for free. Five-star steakhouse restaurants on campus
Ooh.
that you can eat for free. They got ice cream trucks that you can have from there for free. They got like like it's they got like a chartered like a plane that you can practice speaking to CEOs with. And like it's a very prestigious type of university or whatever. Like
Where
real
is it?
elegant. I don't know where it is. What it looked like it was in a
We
hot
was
place. It
eating,
looked like it was in a hot place. Uh
and we was eating ramen noodles.
Huh, no, it was prestigious. I'm like, damn, this shit looks amazing right here. And there's probably so many schools that's in like certain areas that looks
It's in North Carolina.
that you get such an experience from, man. If you did your research and made some visits to some mid majors, man. You know what I mean? Pepperdine is right on the beach.
It's on the beach.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It looks amazing. You know what I mean?
San Jose State, beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, man. So like, shoot, man, you trying to go to these other schools that's some dirt road somewhere.
Yeah, like
Go
this
to a nice
and
school,
this
have fun, playing ball, and after you get a couple years, if you do well there, then transfer. See what
and
happens.
this was wrong with a lot of players too, James, like, say Kentucky come and they show interest, right? You sign there. They'll sign and they can't play there.
Mhm.
Then you get there, and because you have had surroundings with, your circle and your handlers have just provided you with nothing but excuses since the time you was 12 years old, you just gonna go there and you gonna blame it on the coach. You're not gonna say, "Oh, I didn't work hard enough. I didn't make that jump to be able to play on this level." Like, but I went there because they started recruiting me. Maybe but you ain't do your homework to realize you was the last scholarship they had. They didn't want you. You might be a favor, cause that happens. Like, people don't realize that. But if you go first of all, it's probably a school that has been showing you interest from day one. And listen, and I'm speaking from experience, right? Because I know that Northern Iowa, you and I and Drake was 2 schools that was my whole junior college time. They was there in the backyard, like wanted me to come there. That was the school that really wanted. And Siena did too, but that's where I went to, not realizing that those other 2 schools, I would have been able to do whatever I wanted and played the way and had fun the way I've been playing since I was a kid. Like, it's a major shock for these players that wanna go to a Kentucky. You can't play the way you've been playing all your life at Kentucky unless you these NBA ready players. For example, Dewan Wagner Jr., he can't play the way he played in high school. It's not working. So now he needs to it would have been good for him to go somewhere that allowed him to play how he's been playing his whole life, but he didn't choose the right school. And that's what a lot
Mm.
of, like, reclassing doesn't do that. You can go to school now. What are you wasting time in high school for? You can be 20 years old, bruh, in a high school with 13-year-old girls. That shit is sickening, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. They got to get a this whole reclassified thing is getting out of hand though, man.
And
They
it
either going up or they going down. It's just what I'm posing on to, but you know what I mean. It's going to be a trending thing as the years go on and as the transfer portal gets bigger and bigger. But hey, it's good conversation today. You know what I mean? We touched on a lot of points today, Pause. We got through the whole board today. You know what I mean? We got through the board, man. So if you like this type of content, man, don't forget, whatever socials you call home, hit that like button, subscribe, man, and share it to your family and friends, man. Once again, this is Off the Parkway Podcast. I'm James, this is Jamal, and Big Sue. We see you when we see you.